Good morning, everybody. This is Nathan here from Dream Helper. If you like this type video, would you please subscribe, share it, and hit that bell down there in the corner for where you'll get a notice when I do my next video. But just give you a heads up of what's going on, been going on. We've been pretty busy. We got our flatbed started, as you've seen. You've seen me do some videos on unloading, maybe loading, and things. And we appreciate everybody watching our channel. But yesterday, I was headed down to make a delivery in London, Kentucky. I got about 3 hours from Napanee, from the countryside in there. And I needed to make a stop. And so I said, well, I'll stop here at the Petro in Greensburg, Indiana, on 74. So I stopped. And then when I got out, I smelt coolant. Well, there was a truck parked to me. It was idling. I thought, well, maybe it's just him. So I proceeded to go on into the store, and something said, look back. So I looked back, and I saw something dripping. Well, I first thought that it was air conditioned. And then I also first thought that it was water, because I had just run through some rain a few miles back. A couple miles back, probably. So I thought it might have been water dripping off of the truck. But I came back. Something said, well, you need to go back and check. So I came on back, raised the hood, and sure enough, I had red coolant blowed everywhere. And it was dripping off. So I couldn't find anything leaking. As far as leaking, it just looked like maybe it was a hose busted or had a pinhole in it. So I cranked the truck back up. I still really didn't see anything. And then all of a sudden I started seeing it run pretty steady stream, about the size of your cell phone charger. So I proceeded to walk over to the shop and ask them if they could take a look at it. Thought it might have had a busted hose, but it wound up being my water pump. So I sat there 10 hours, a little over 10 hours. Did not make my delivery yesterday. So I came back to the motel here in Greensburg, the Quality Inn. If you ever come up through here on 74, it's exit 134A if you're going north. I think it's 134B if you're coming south. Get off, come over. The Quality Inn is behind the Walgreens. There's a Chili's right next door. Excellent beds. I just had to plug that there for them. I've stayed here 4 or 5 times and always get up refreshed and ready to go. So that's where I'm at now. So I come out and undo my pre-trip and walk around my truck and get ready to head out, go make my delivery. I crank the truck and it said stop engine immediately, low of coolant. Well, I put in what they sent with me here. I put it in. It didn't help it. It's still way low. So I'm sitting here now waiting on TA to come up here to check out and see what's wrong. So the moral of this story is use your instinct about your equipment. I could have been stuck on the side of the road, had to have a tow truck, had a tow bill. None of that had occurred. I'd made it from down there back up here to the motel, got a good night's rest. Now I'm sitting in the motel parking lot waiting on them to come up here to check out what they did. Maybe all it needs is some more coolant. But anyway, we'll add to it when we find out what the problem is, and we'll let you know what all it took to get it fixed. But right now, that's where we're at. in this story is we had to have a water pump put on our 2012 International daycab. And I know a lot of you out there probably going to say, well, you should get a truck with a sleeper. You don't have that problem. But I'm going to tell you something. I like my truck. I don't have a truck payment on it. And, you know, if you want a sleeper, that's your prerogative. You get your truck with a sleeper on it. I like what I've got. So, does me well. I've not had problems yet finding a hotel to park at. I call ahead and say, hey, you got truck parking for a semi truck? They either say yes or no. If they say no, I go to the next one and I'll find me a place to park. And I enjoy being able to get out of the truck and go in, relax, and all that. So that's where we're at on that. Whatever you do, that's your business, and I'm happy for you just well as I hope you're happy for me. But let me get back to my situation and my story here with this truck. They've really not been a whole lot done to it. Since I've had it, I had to get it ready to pull a Shipsy trailer that had electric brakes over hydraulic and put the winch plug on it. I put a toolbox on it. I'm putting a generator on it as soon as the box gets ready and stuff. I'll have me a generator on it where I can plug it up in the coldest part of the winter, or if I go up north or whatever and it's really, really cold, and I can plug the truck up and it won't be so hard to crank the next day or freeze. And but other than that, I came out from out west when I guess y'all saw my video there where I was stuck in the blizzard in April out in Bismarck, North Dakota. And I got back to Elkhart and I went over to Indiana Diesel, got my oil changed, serviced it, greased the chassis and all that. Well, while it was there, they found out that my back brakes was below the level that they should be for DOT. So I changed out brakes, put new drums on both wheels, and had to have a real seal pulled in on the right side, passenger side drive axle. I didn't even know it was leaking. So that was another blessing that it hadn't really started pouring grease and oil out of the seal. It was just started. So we caught that before it got really bad or caused a whole lot of damage. We got all that fixed, and then now the water pump has went out on it. But really, other than that, I can't complain about my truck. I bought it used. It's 2012, as I said. It's only got 392,159 miles on it as of right now. So it only had 365,000 when I bought it, 504. So I can't complain. It's been a good truck so far. When you buy used equipment, you expect to have little problems with it here and there. If for what I give for this truck, I got an extremely good deal, and I appreciate the good deal. I have to give the Lord all the credit for this truck, because every truck I looked at was way up there and had a lot more miles than this thing did. And I was looking for a single axle truck with a sleeper, and all of them had 600,000-700,000 miles on them or more, and they was way up around $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, and that's just more that I wanted to put into a truck with that many miles on it. And run across this baby. And because it's an international, I call it Nashley. Gave her that name. It fits it well. But we're gonna try our best to get this water issue fixed. Wait on TA to get here, and as soon as they get here, we'll finish up with this video, and we'll let you know what all it took to get us rolling here this morning on Saturday. And hopefully we'll make our delivery. If not, we'll have to go deliver Monday in Somerset, or no, excuse me, London, Kentucky, and we'll go from there. And so this, it won't be that long for you, but for me it'll be a little while. I'm waiting, so I'll let you know what's going on here in just one moment. Well, all right, folks, just give you the finished up heads up on what was going on. We had to add another gallon of coolant to the reservoir. And that was all we had to do. It wasn't leaking, anything like that. So this is a good thing. Then we got on down to our delivery and got delivered, and we got on over to Somerset, Kentucky, and that's where we're at here in this fine Best Western. We're going to the rural development in Somerset, Kentucky for a radio event. If you'd like to listen to our radio, it's puregospelradio.net. We're on iHeartRadio and that kind of stuff as well. But we just want to give you a heads up and finish up the video, what was going on our truck and what happened to it. So please like, subscribe, hit that bell where you'll get our notification of our next video. Have a great one. Keep the ugly side down and the pretty side up.